Welcome, one and all, to Scotch and Smoke Rings, episode 519. I am your friendly neighborhood Oxhorn here, as always, with suspenders set to maximum stun. And I made sure that before I pressed the big red button, I was on YouTube and not Twitch, and that the microphone was not muted. So, I think this is going to be the first episode in weeks that, maybe even months, that has actually started without a hitch. Now, you're all rolling into the chat right now. So before too many people get here, I'm going to light my cigar on fire. So that I actually have it to enjoy during the Q&A. I'm having to be creative here. The flint is out of this one, and I don't know how to replace it, nor do I have the energy to figure out how. And this one, for some reason, doesn't spread a steady stream of fuel. It'll just sputter out. But it's got a working flint. So, that's how it works. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed today's video on the Presidential Metro for Broken Steel of Fallout 3. I had a blast putting that together. I have to say that the Presidential Metro is one of the funnest dungeon crawl experiences I can recall in Fallout 3. I didn't feel overwhelmed, I didn't feel lost, and there was something interesting around each turn. It was really well done. That and the big ruined building in Old Olney, that was a breathtaking sight. Just the 5 stories of utter ruin was really interesting. And then the Presidential Metro in today's video is really cool. So they did a good job. They kind of went out with a bang with Broken Steel in terms of environmental storytelling and just dungeon design. That Stokey's on fire, says Steven Spradley. Tarzan9 says, okay, I made it. You made it right on time. Charles Borden says, good evening, Ox. Good evening to the chat. Good evening indeed. Weird Beard says, I think it's time you just went and invest in some matches, my friend. Yeah. See, the problem with matches is when they're out, they're out. When my lighter stops working, I've got this big canister of fuel. It's industrial sized. It's going to last me years. Brian Sanchez is in the chat. Howdy, everyone. Howdy, Brian. Ash Malachi is here. Good evening, all, he says. Good evening, Ash Malachi. Now, I'm working on my next Fallout 2 video right now, and it's a doozy. It's going to be well over an hour long at this point. I'm actually trying to struggle with whether or not I want to break it up. I mean, my Presidential Metro video from this morning was over 50 minutes long, and I considered breaking it into 2 videos. The reason I didn't is because I didn't feel like there was enough information on the White House itself for the White House to be its separate video. I mean, we walk in there, I mean, spoilers for those who haven't watched today's video, we got to see the White House in Fallout 3. So spoilers. But, I mean, right as soon as we enter the utility tunnels, Gabriel Puebla with a tip. Thank you, Gabriel. We find a door that just leads to a big crater, and that's the White House. A few skeletons, a couple of mini nukes, a fat man, that's it. So, if I was trying to break them up by idea, at first I toyed with the idea of starting the quest with Paladin Tristan in the Citadel, listening to Three Dog, going to the White House. That would be one video, but it would have only been like 10 minutes worth of content. So, I just made it one big 50-minute video. And that's kind of like what I'm struggling with Fallout 2 right now. Because right now we're at the part where we have to go to Renesco. We have to talk with Renesco. And we have a manifold number of things that we got to do. We have to intimidate them for the Salvatore clan. And we have to get mining parts from him for Broken Hills. Jessica says, watching from my sickbed. I'm so glad that I have you. Well, Jessica, it's great to have you on the program. I'm sorry to hear that you're sick, but it's good that you're here in company today. Lots of people to entertain you. We're going to be having fun with Bioshock 2 later tonight. So, glad that you're here. Sorry you're feeling ill. I hope you feel better. The problem with Fallout 2 is, so we got to go to Renseco. We got a couple of tasks that we need to do there. But then immediately after Renseco, we start, okay, well, I don't want to do a spoiler, but something short happens, and then we become a made man for the Salvatore clan. But the rewards we get for becoming a made man involves going to New Reno Arms and Renseco's pharmacy. So in order for that to contextually make sense, before going back to Salvatore, we need to visit New Reno Arms. And I figure, well, if we're already going to be visiting everything on the western side of New Reno, we might as well visit the church, which is a lot of fun. Father Tully, I got to do a drunk voice. So on Saturday's video will be really fun. I'm going to sit there talking like a drunk guy for half the video. And I don't know, it's going to be like a third of the video. Father Tully, man, he has a lot to talk about. The Dark Seraph says, my break room has a change machine with a money return on it. That's about as redundant as useless as Muggy. I mean, yeah. A charge machine with a return slot on it? That would be pretty redundant. Dawson Holiday says, people say that Bethesda has retconned caps by using them as currency in Fallout 76, but in Old World Blues, it is revealed that Dr. Mobius did research to reveal that people all over the world use them. Yeah, I find that when it comes to people who are claiming retcons this and retcons that, they fall into two categories. They're either, interplay purists who don't believe that a Fallout should exist in this world unless it was created by Interplay, and they know everything about the universe, at least the Interplay universe, and they're overly critical. Or they really don't know anything about about the Bethesda games, and they're just coming up with stuff. The caps one is a good one because, caps were used in Fallout New Vegas. That was made by Obsidian, Interplay employees working at Obsidian at the time. If caps were really not supposed to be the currency, and Bethesda made a retcon by doing that, then Obsidian did as well. But the bigger issue is that we were told why caps were no longer a currency during the events of Fallout 2. And it's that the NCR took over, right? The NCR became a power on the West Coast. They had developed their own currency, which is why in Fallout New Vegas we have legionary currency and we have NCR currency. It hadn't quite taken over the bottle cap, but they were working on it. They were moving in that direction. On the West Coast, bottle caps at the time of Fallout New Vegas were not used as currency. The NCR dollar was used as currency. But there was no replacement government on the East Coast. So if we're supposed to buy the idea from Fallout 1 that after an apocalypse, the most logical object to become currency is going to be the bottle cap. If we're going to buy that to begin with at all, and it does exist in that way in Fallout 1, then if we don't have a reason for there to be an East Coast dollar like the NCR, then we have a fallback, which is the bottle cap, which is what Bethesda did. Perfectly lore-friendly, not a retcon in any way. The Dark Seraph says, I got a glass of Jack and Al Capone. Here's to ya. Thank you, the Dark Seraph. Hope you're enjoying your Al Capone. Oh, I need to pour something. Christina says a small donation towards YouTube demonetizing your absolutely amazing Fallout 2 video. It was gold. You're talking about my Golden Globes porn studio episode where we had to go and choose a porn star name. Yeah. Well, I understand why they demonetized me, but yeah, they did demonetize that particular video. But all of my others since then have been fine, so I'm not complaining. All right. Speaking of which, I haven't poured myself a libation just yet. Hi, Ox, is Travis Sandman. Hi there, Travis. Good to have you on the program today. Today we are drinking some 10-year-old Glen Cullen. I didn't put it in my beaker, so we'll just pour it directly into the glass. That's a good libation. We'll stick with that for now. If we run out, there's extra. John Casey says, have you found the responder Colonel in Flatwoods? I did. I did find the corpse of young Colonel. Although he wasn't young by the time he actually died. He was young when he joined the responders, but I don't think he was young by the time he died. But yes, I did find Colonel, and it's sad. Just Flatwoods is just depressing and sad. And can we be honest here? Everything about Flatwoods is just really depressing and sad. It has the highest concentration of corpses, non-skeletonized corpses, of any location I can think of in the game. Yeah, there are more skeletons dripping out of the dumpsters behind White Springs, but in terms of still rotting corpses, just Flatwoods. It's pretty depressing, especially when we pick up holotapes and we hear all of their voices. We kind of get to know them. So, Travis Sandman says, dope. I just turned 16. That is dope, Travis. That is even dopalicious, if I can be so bold. I might even call it doperific, but by then I'm starting to push the boundary, so we'll just stay with dope for now. But I'm glad you're here. Fallen Shining King, sorry, I'm butchering your name, says, where do you think the next Fallout will take place? I really don't know. We almost have this conversation every week where everybody has a fantasy of where they want the next Fallout to take place. I would love Canada. I would love somewhere around the Great States, maybe. Of course, I'd love Seattle. The Pacific Northwest would be great if we could have some representation. It would be great, but, you know, I'm being realistic here. But Canada, the Great Lakes, that would be cool. Of course, everyone wants to see China, and I would love to see China. But realistically, I don't think it would be a good fit for a Fallout game. Thank you, Brian. I'm so glad the mods are in the chat today. Man, I did this for so many years without mods, and man, it was hard. I just should have, bitten the bullet and gotten mods a long time ago. Life was so much easier. Thank you, Brian, and all the other mods in the chat today. Ash, I believe, is also here. Miami, if they ever finish it. I think that's a fan creation, my friend. Steven Spradley says that. Fallout Miami, yeah, I believe that's a fan creation, a mod. And, it's one of the reasons I haven't covered a lot of fan-made, huge, sprawling mods like that is you never know if they're going to actually finish it and whether or not your promotion is just, hype. Are we really talking about a product that's going to hit the streets, or is this just trying to garner more hype? Bella Lestrange says, evening Ox, thank you for your amazing content. It's the highlight of my work week to watch you live stream on Thursdays. Well, Bella Lestrange, it's the highlight of my week as well. I have an absolute blast every Thursday night. Forces me to step away from recording and editing audio and video and to just do something else. Talk in front of a microphone and play a game that I don't normally play. It's great. It's a wonderful relaxation. Any new props? Big Daddy Ox. Don't call me Big Daddy, please, for the love of God. Yes, it's not exactly a prop. I got this mug for Christmas from my beautiful wife a long time ago. It was 2016, something like that. I had only played Fallout 4 at that time, and she knew I was a big fan. This was long before I did my channel. And she got me a Pip-Boy mug, and I'm drinking tea from it. Or I was drinking tea from it before the show started. I had this big pot of tea, and then I realized, oh shoot, it's almost 7. I should get some scotch. So I'll drink this later. Dawson Holiday says, by the way, Oxhorn, when do you think you will do a video looking at the practicality and morality of the Vault-Tec experiments in Vault 88? I honestly hadn't thought about doing a video on that. In my video on Vault 88, I kind of covered everything there was with that vault. And I don't really do dedicated videos to the morality of a vault. For example, in my video on Vault 11, we just discussed the experiment at the end of the video and talked a bit about that. in Vault 88, I mean, the experiment was just, you know, Vault-Tec experimenting with FEV on people. And, I mean, this is bad. Like, what's the argument you make? Well, maybe that could have been good. No, it was just bad. So there's not much I could say. I could make a 30-minute video saying, is it moral to inject people with FEV? Even for the good of science? No. Thanks for watching, everybody. That would be the video. Brian Sanchez says, imagine if they did the Great Lakes and Lake Erie was just constantly on fire. Ooh. Is that like an inside reference I don't understand? Is Lake Erie constantly on fire? Do they suffer from wildfires a lot? Really long name that you just need to say out name. I love your videos, he says. I am such a big fan. Thank you, really long name that you just need to say out name. It's that last name at the end of really long name that you just have to say out name that I don't get. But hey, I'm not going to complain. Chicago was already destination. Fallout Tactics, my friend. They did a game there. Gemma says, hello, Chappie. Is my first Scotch and Smoke Rings live. 317, but glad to be here. Glad you made it, Gemma. I just had a thought. You know what would be interesting? Detroit. Because in the Fallout universe, Detroit never crumbled. Right? Like, it continued to be an automotive powerhouse. So I actually watched I should say Grand Tour. I watched a Grand Tour episode on Detroit last night, and it was interesting learning a little bit about Detroit. And according to them, one of the reasons that Detroit became what it is today is because of Japan being competitive and cheaper cars, better cars in some situations, and you know, Detroit became what it is. But in the Fallout universe, it was really America and China, and the rest of the world was in shambles, right? Europe was just, and the Middle East were warring city-states. Everyone was vying over the last bits of fossil fuels. So America's car vehicle industry never collapsed like it did in the real world in terms of what happened to Detroit. So Detroit is still one of the richest cities in the world. So that would be really interesting to see in the Fallout universe. Dawson says, Ox, you're thinking of the wrong vault. I was thinking about the vault from the Vault-Tec Workshop DLC and Fallout 4. Oh, you're right. What was I thinking of? 81? 80, 87? 89? I know it started with an 8. 80. I forget. Yeah, you're right. Vault 88. Okay, so a video on whether that particular experiment was moral. So that experiment was just using the different exercise equipment and pheromone producers to get people to work harder and try and take the strain off of the nuclear reactors. That's what I didn't get about it, right? They were trying to be economical with power. And so they thought, well, if we can get people in the vault to exercise for certain amounts of time, pump them full of chemicals so they don't feel pain. But they're competing with nuclear reactors, right? I mean, there's no amount of horsepower that a human being can generate that's going to even compare to a nuclear reactor. So the premise was just weird for Vault 88. It was just weird. I'd have to look at it again. It's been a while, though. 81. Was it 81? Yeah, I was thinking of 81. Or 87. Was it 87? Matt Busser says, Ox, the Cuyahoga River caught on fire, and that river goes to Lake Erie. Love everything you do. Super fan for a couple years now. Thank you, Matt. Oh, so the river caught on fire and it goes to Lake Erie. Let's hope that didn't happen in the Fallout universe. Roger says, hey, Ox, do you think Bethesda's going to make a Fallout 5 or the franchise dies with 76? I think they'll make a Fallout 5. I just think we're going to wait a long time for it. I mean, I don't think we should expect anything Fallout related except for 76 for, I mean, a decade, really. I wish it weren't so. And, I mean, who knows? Who knows what's happening in the future, but for a Fallout 5 to be viable and for it not to be just wrapped into Fallout 76, there needs to be a new generation of gaming, right? So we had to wait until a brand new generation in terms of technology for Fallout 4 to happen. We got Fallout 3, we got 76, or I'm sorry, we got Fallout 3, we got New Vegas. That was all one generation of games. Then we waited, 7, 8, 9 years or so before we got Fallout 4. And that happened in the next generation that was somewhere after Skyrim. Skyrim takes up this weird place between Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 4. Fallout 76 takes the place of New Vegas, right? It's the same generation as Fallout 4, and we're going to have to wait a decade or so for the next game to happen. So, what's the sci-fi game they're doing? It's at the tip of my brain. I'm just not thinking about it. So they're working on the sci-fi game. That's going to be their Skyrim, right? That's going to be the game that comes out in 3 or 4 years, probably, that will technologically be halfway between Fallout 4 and 76 and Fallout 5 whenever it comes out. That's just if history repeats itself. I don't know. I'm not going to be able to predict the future. Brian says, will you ever make more Fallout 4 character builds? I'm playing the Metal General, and I love it. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Brian. I had a lot of fun putting that particular character build together. Starfield, thank you, chat. Yep, everyone is saying Starfield. I enjoyed putting together that character build, but it's I don't know. It was a lot of effort. It was a lot of effort to do a character build. And it didn't pay off the same way. So it did well. It was a good video. People enjoyed it, highly liked, lots of good views. But the amount of effort that went into that one character build was more than the payoff that I was used to compared to lore. Which makes sense because I'm primarily a lore channel, not a character build channel. So I probably won't be doing many character builds for the foreseeable future. But never say never, right? Josh Bunton says 87 was the super mutant vault in Fallout 3. That's right, 87. Thank you for the clarification. My mind is a muddle. I've been recording and editing. You can probably hear it in my voice. My voice is already hoarse from all the recording I did. I finished the entire audio for my next Fallout 2 video. And my big decision right now is whether or not I'm going to split it into 2 videos. But I don't think I will because it just doesn't work conceptually split. Like when you become the made man, the benefits you get are related to all of the other places we would have visited in that video. So if people missed a video, which means that it's going to be like over an hour long. And it'll take longer to put together. So I don't know. Well, Saturday or Sunday maybe. But Saturday, Sunday, the weekend definitely. Maybe Saturday or Sunday. And then I don't know how I'm going to get a 76 video. Anonymous tip, thank you very much. Ash Malachi says, Oxhorn, I refuse to believe my road worker father was stealing from his job, but when I got home, all the signs were there. Thank you. That was great. Well, Fallout 76 says Zax. Yeah, I'm trying to get some more Fallout 76 content out there. I took about a month off after I finished my Ash Heap series. I'm now trying to do a bit of a cryptid series where we can get as many of the cryptids done as possible. So I want to do those. I don't know if I'm going to do the sheep squatch, though, because that's just, ugh. Just a ton of just sporadic content all over the place. Rachel says, Fallout Atlanta would be interesting with the CDC, or here in Kansas, we just finished the National Agri-Biodefense Facility, where we study highly infectious foreign animal diseases run by the USDA. Arctos Pharma? That would be interesting. Where's my ashtray? There it is. I better put it here. Finally got to watch a little bit of the show. Have a good one, says David Meerman. Thank you, David. Glad you're here. Taz says, Ox, was the last 76 patch an issue for you? I haven't logged in yet. I haven't logged into Fallout 76 since I released my video last week on the Flatwoods Monster. Not because I don't want to, but because I've just been preoccupied with everything else that I'm trying to do. All of the other videos. So I haven't logged in yet. Maybe we'll do that later this weekend, especially if I'm going to be trying to get a cryptid video out by Sunday. Man, no promises there. I'm already a little bit behind. Weird Beard says, I think you should do another camp build video. I mean, I would, but I'd have to destroy my existing camp. And I don't have another character, so I can't go and build one on that character. I like my existing camp the way it is. I kind of want to keep it there. Brett Buzz says, good evening, Ox. Can't think of anything to say, so just take my money. Well, in the words of Stephen J. Fry. Well, no. He's the one who said take my money. So your words were the words of Stephen J. Fry. Or Philip J. Fry. Where did I get Stephen? Philip J. Fry. Yes, I will take your money. Thank you very much. Cole McLean says, a lot of references to the good, the bad, and the ugly in your last Fallout 2 video. Like the first Graves name, and if you run out of Fallout, you could do Metro lore. I'd love to watch that. I've done live streams of Metro. I have live streamed every single Metro game on this channel. Lore, I don't know if it would be a suitable game for lore, since it's such a linear game. One of the reasons why I don't think Bioshock would really fit, because it's so linear. Like, I could do the full story of Bioshock, or I could do the full story of Metro, and it would just be, like, each level would be an episode, right? And in this episode, we find these messages, and in this episode, we find these messages, and, I mean, I could make it interesting, but just not quite as interesting to me. Ethan says, are you going to go straight into Infinite after you wrap up Bioshock 2, or are you going to do the Bioshock 2 DLCs first? Haven't decided yet. I don't really know much about the DLCs. If they're story-driven, then yes. If they're like a moon crash, and it's just one repetitive mission after another, then probably not. Nathan says, the next Fallout should be in Montana, because we have all of the nukes. Yes, but does Montana have all of the nukes in the Fallout universe? Maybe. Maybe. The Dark Seraph says, no dad joke from me tonight. I don't have any that are apparent. Thank you, the Dark Seraph. Thank you. By the way, did y'all like my Skeleton Crew dad joke in the video this morning? I only saw a few groans in the chat for that one. I expected there to be a lot more groans. Instead, everyone was talking about how I said something about drowning in balls. We're talking about rubber balls, okay? So just calm down. It made sense within the context of that video. Well, that's what everyone talked about. Not my dad joke, which I thought was clever. I mean, kind of clever. The Skeleton Crew. Wraith Ruck says, I just got my hair dyed blue. Congratulations. I hope you don't live to regret it. If you do, you can always shave it off. At least it's not a tattoo. Deuteronomous laughing at the Dark Seraph. Yeah. That's a worthy one. Do a smoke ring, says Paradox. Okay. Loop Coop says, Ox, are you going to raid Area 51 with everyone else? No, that's where I came from. Why would I raid my home? Oops. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Oh, shoot, now they're all going to know. Dang it. You didn't hear that. What you thought you heard was not that, it was something else. I'm not from Area 51. I've never been there before in my life. True story. No, I mean, true story. Ash Malachi says, to the men in crutches dressed in camouflage who stole my wallet, you can hide, but you can't run. Accurate. Gemma says, I did smile at your joke, Ox. Oh, Gemma, thank you. That makes me feel so good that somebody had a slight smile at my skeleton crew joke. It was kind of funny. I smiled. The edge of my mouth slightly went up 60 degrees. That's the golf clap of online YouTube comedy. Responding online YouTube. Thank you. I do appreciate it. Taz says, Ox, I think it's time to empty the ashtray. Oh. Is this ugly? I have to save it, though, because I'm going to make maracas. Timmy says, hello from Germany, Ox. Thanks for the great content. You are welcome. Thanks for watching all the way from Germany. Upton says, Upfront Bucklet says, you should play the Far Cry games. I think they would be a good fit. Yeah, I think so too. In fact, I talked about playing Far Cry 5 on the channel on Twitter a while ago. And it may be something that we'll tackle after either Dishonored or The Sinking City or Bioshock 2. Whichever one ends first, we'll probably move on to Far Cry 5. Unless Cyberpunk 2077 or... No, that's been pushed out. So what would be next? The Outer Worlds or Wolfenstein? Oh, that's right. Wolfenstein the Youngblood is coming out. I might have to stop everything to start playing that because that's going to be great. And I want to do it on the channel. Deuteronomous says, the skeleton crew joke, on the other hand. Yeah, that was the kind of joke we expect from you, Ox. Okay. As long as expectations are met, not exceeded, met, I'll be good to go. I'm happy. Ash Malachi says, what's all this talk about Area 51? Well, I mean, it's clear that you're not hip with the kids. As I am, ladies and gentlemen, I am hip with the children's, as I think they say, children's. But when it comes to the quote-unquote meme world, there is this meme of Area 51. Apparently, like, people want to raid it because they're suicidal, and it's all over the internet. You know, it's on the Reddit and the 8gaggers, I think is what it is, and then there's the Chapsnat, something like that. What are some of the others? I don't even know. I'm on Twitter. I know Twitter and Facebook, so we're good. Is it on Facebook and Twitter? Instagram. I think it's on Instagram. Unabaku Motsumatu with a tip. Thank you, Unabaku. I do appreciate it. Master and the Assassin, says Oxhorn. How do you think New Mexico is in the Fallout universe? It was one of the biggest uranium caches and the testing grounds for the atomic bombs. Now that is fascinating. I would love to learn more about New Mexico in the Fallout universe. Did they do all the testing in the same spot? See, the thing is, I mean, it's hundreds of years after the events of today. I mean, 2077 takes place many years after the events of today, so... Everyone's telling me the social media platforms that this Area 51 meme is on. Do Borderlands? Maybe. I don't know. The art style of Borderlands doesn't stand out to me. I don't know. I know it's got a particular style and people like it, but for me it just seems weird. Liberty Prime says, Ox, to be honest, your dad joke was excellent. There you go. Liberty Prime says it's excellent. You can't go against the words of Liberty Prime, or you're not American, right? You're a communist. So I'll take that, Liberty Prime. Thank you. Feeling good. Cameron says, hey, Oxhorn, thanks for the old broadcasts that are getting me through drumline camp. Wish me luck that I memorize my music by tomorrow. Ooh, good luck, my friend. Oh, are you in a crunch? Because I remember when I was in band and I had to crunch before a performance. Ooh, boy, I don't know. Well, I'm sure you'll do far better than I did. I mean, I'm not playing instruments today for a very obvious reason. Dawson Holiday says, but anyways, I just wanted to let you know that I had a great birthday last week, partially because of your Sinking City live stream. Well, I'm so glad, and I was glad that you were able to come onto the live stream on your birthday. Happy birthday again to Dawson. Hope you had a great time. And well, I mean, Sinking City tomorrow. More of the Sinking City tomorrow, Friday, 10 o'clock a.m. Pacific time. We're going to have a blast. Nathan says, well, we know that Area 51 is on double guard with classified weapons. Maybe a fat man. Maybe. And then Mercury Gaming with a tip. Thank you, Mercury. I do appreciate it. Six days, says Brian Sanchez. What? What's in 6 days? Please tell me it's not Wolfenstein, because if so, I'm going to have to stop one of these broadcasts before I finish it so that we can do Wolfenstein. Ethan says, have you ever seen the show Chernobyl? It's pretty cool, and it's also the first show/movie that I've seen that portrays radiation poisoning. I've heard a lot about it. I really want to see it, but I don't watch a lot of TV these days. It's not an excuse, though, because every now and then I will sneak an episode of Star Trek. Maybe I should just watch something that was made in the last 20 years for once. Okay, here we go. Ash Malachi is really stepping in for the Dark Seraph today. Ash says, the first time I got a universal remote control, I thought to myself, man, this changes everything. Where's my scotch? I need my scotch after that one. Bingo. Yes, July 24th, says Taz. Oh my, what am I going to do? Man, that's in 6 days. Nitro Wolf says, please answer these, Ox. Will you ever play Dishonored Death of the Outsider, and what cigars are those? Yes, I will play Dishonored Death of the Outsiders after I finish Dishonored 2, and right now I'm smoking a La Aurora y Leon Corojo. It's my standard go-to cigar. Nothing special, but it is good. 6 days. Oh my gosh, what am I going to do? What day of the week is that? That's a Wednesday. Oh, it's right in the middle of one of my lore video work days. Oh no. See, the thing is, I'll want to live stream it, but if I do, all of my regular subscribers are going to be like, not another live stream, Oxhorn. Where's the lore videos? Oh, the live streams are taken away from the lore videos. You've changed, man. This isn't the channel I subscribe to. You've changed. It happens. You know, what can you do? Yeah. I really want to play it too. Do I save it for Monday? 18, 19, that's 20th. No. I could do that on Friday. No, but that means I would have to finish The Sinking City tomorrow. I can't finish it tomorrow. I'll have to put it on pause. I'll have to put The Sinking City on pause. But then I'd have to delay it 2 days. Maybe we'll do a day one live stream on the 24th. Then go back to my regular content schedule on Thursday. Scotch and smoke rings Thursday night. And then pick it up for Friday. That's going to disappoint all of the people who tune in for The Sinking City. I should really finish what I start to. But it's a brand new game. I also don't want to lose out on the newness of it, you know? Travis Russell says, just got married today. Still won't miss a live stream. Lol. Oh, well, I hope your spouse is cool with that. Hello to your spouse. Many happy nuptials to you and your spouse. Travis. But here's a pro tip. If you did get married, turn the computer off. Just get like a nice bottle of wine and just take her someplace. It's your honeymoon, right? Your honeymoon tonight, right? My friend, what are you doing here? Buddy, I'm just saying. If it were me, I would not be here on my wedding night. The Code Gamer says in all caps, keep Sinking City, keep Sinking City. Oh, man, see. I'm going to disappoint the Sinking City fans if I do Wolfenstein on Fridays. Ethan H. says, word of advice, avoid researching Death of the Outsider until after you finish Dishonored 2. You could spoil the game for yourself. I plan to, but I'm assuming the Outsider dies, which is a bit of a spoiler, but it's also in the name. So, I mean, I'm assuming the Outsider. I have no idea. I don't read anything. I don't watch videos. I get in front of the camera, and everything I experience in the game is completely fresh and novel to me because I don't read up on anything. So it's all new. Like last episode, man, Dishonored 2 was like a game changer, literally, on Monday because they added a new game mechanic on that one level that was really fascinating. And I kind of stopped halfway through that level so that next Monday we can pick right up and really have a good time with that particular level. So I'm really enjoying Dishonored 2. It's turning into a fun game. I enjoyed Dishonored 1. It was good. It was good. There was something about arcane games that, I don't know, it's just, I don't know what it is. It's a feeling I get with arcane games. I had the same thing with Prey, where I enjoyed it. It was a good game. I could tell, the quality was there and I had a good time, but it was just something not there for me. And it was the same way with Dishonored 1, but with Dishonored 2, that's gone. For some reason, I'm really getting into Dishonored 2. Mike says, best YouTube ever. Thank you, Mike. That's saying a lot, but it's very kind. Brian Sanchez says the title may deceive me. Hey, no spoilers, man. He doesn't die, but it's called Death of the Outsider. Now that's just false advertisement. We'll see what happens. I'm not looking it up. I don't want it to be spoiled. Tiger Tank says, play Wolfenstein The New Order. I did. I've streamed every Wolfenstein game on this channel. Well, with the exception of like the first one back in the 90s. But I've streamed all of the other Wolfenstein games live on this channel. They are neatly and carefully organized into playlists on my channel homepage if you'd like to check them out. We did Colossus last, had a blast with Colossus, and I'm looking forward to the Young Blood. Cole says, on your next Dishonored 2 playthrough, remember to shoot the guy on the gazebo with a sleep dart when you're back in time. Will do. I think I'm out of sleep darts, though. I'm going to have to pick some up. Alchemy says, first stream, watched Old World Blues, loved it. I'm glad you did. Old World Blues is one of the best DLCs ever. Just it was so well done. And the way they tied it in with the story of the courier that comes to a conclusion in Lonesome Road, all the little side pieces that they put in there, like in that cave, following Elijah's journey, just excellent storytelling. Very well done. Sir Charles says, Ox, when will we get a Fallout Cooking with Oxhorn video? Make us some Nuka-Cola. I did that. See, now I've set an expectation. I did one recipe. I think it was Where's Brew from Far Harbor. I did Where's Brew, which was just an alcoholic drink. And now I've set an expectation. People are going to want more from the cookbook. Oh! I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I just realized I left my grill on. I'll tell you the story in a minute. I've got to turn it off. Be right back. Oh, God. Okay, if I don't come back one of these days, if I just don't show up for a live stream, you'll know why. It's because I burned down the house. Thank you, whomever mentioned cooking, because that would have been going all night had you not mentioned cooking and reminded. I'm laughing, but it's horrible because my family is here. My wife. Oh, no. My wife texted me an hour before the show was supposed to start saying that she was bringing some steaks. She wants me to fire up the grill. We're going to cook some steaks. I wasn't prepared. I wasn't ready. But I'm like, all right. So I quickly ended my Fallout 2 audio and I went and turned on the grill. Gas grill right outside on our porch. Got the gas line on. I've got it fired up. I cooked the steaks. We enjoyed the steaks. Then I ran here to do my show. I forgot to turn it off. I forgot to turn it off. Wow. That could have been bad. Man, how am I even going to avoid that in the future? Shane's Books in Review says, we don't need no water. Tunnel snakes rule. Tunnel snakes rule, my friend. Dustin Collins says, hey, Ox, been a long-time fan ever since ye olden days of the first New Vegas lore videos, but this is the first chance I've ever had to catch your live stream. Love you and love your videos, brother. Thank you, Dustin. I'm glad you made it. Man, you've been watching for quite some time. Michael says the latest patches for 76 have finally made the game something I think a lot of legacy players can enjoy. I knew sticking it out would be worth it. I'm glad that you feel that way. That's wonderful to hear. Ash Malachi says some people worry that they left the stove on. I worry about the zombie apocalypse. I can't believe I did that. Well, it was on high, too. I cranked the heat up at the highest setting to kind of clean it, just burn off all of the fat from the steaks. So it was just for, what, an hour? It's been 50 minutes. Okay, no harm done. Kiki says, well, you just play with high stakes with your streams. Don't let your wife grill you about it later. Justin Reda in the chat says, howdy, Ox, been a while. Hope you're well. I am indeed well. Good to see you. My power armor build has really improved, says Brian Sanchez. Well, I'm looking forward to logging back into Fallout 76 because I'm a power armor build as well. So I'm hoping that things are looking good for me. Ash Malachi says, Oxhorn, I just got kicked out of karaoke night for singing Danger Zone 6 times in a row. They said I exceeded my maximum number of logins attempts. I know that's a pun. Not a pun. It's a dad joke. I don't get it. Logins attempts? Is it like a Top Gun reference? Was there a character named Logins? Just got kicked out of karaoke night for singing Danger Zone 6 times in a row. They said I exceeded my maximum number of login attempts. Oh. I see. So it's like a password joke. Okay. I'm getting there. This is the guy who left the grill on, so I'm slow sometimes. I'm slow. Cody says, hey, Oxhorn, I just watched a documentary on beavers, and let me tell you, it was the best damn program I've ever seen. As it should be. As it should be. I would be surprised if a documentary about beavers was not the best damn program you've ever seen. I take that back. The beaver documentary would be one of the best damn programs you've ever seen, but a documentary on the Hoover Dam, now that would be the best damn program I've ever seen. Kenny Loggins? Kenny Loggins says Deuteronomus and Charles Borden. Is this something I should know from like the 90s? Kenny Loggins sang. Oh, Kenny Loggins sang the song. I'm thinking Top Gun. Danger Zone. Right? It was on the Top Gun soundtrack. But the movie, because he didn't sing it. Kenny Loggins. I get it now. It's all coming together. I just wasn't culturally aware enough to be able to get that dad joke. That's what that is. But everybody in the chat knows. Every single one. Kenny Loggins sang it. Kenny Loggins, name of the singer. Kenny Loggins sang Danger Zone. Thank you. Oh, Ash. Christopher says, hey, Oxhorn, big fan. I would love to see you play a horror game. Well, then you're in luck, because on this channel, organized into 2 playlists, you can find me playing Outlast and parts of Outlast 2. I once did a segment on this channel called Oxhorn After Dark. And at that time, we would live stream a horror game. I did Outlast. I completed Outlast. I tried Outlast 2, but I couldn't stomach it. It was just, you know, an hour into the game, you find a big pit filled with dead babies. And you're like, there are things I could be doing with my time. This is what I'm choosing to do now. Why? Why? Couldn't stomach it, so we stopped that. Plus now, if I were to try and stream it now, I'd be banned by YouTube or something. All the demonetization stuff they do. Welcome to member. Biggest Asian. Okay. Welcome, Biggest Asian. You're in good company. Dustin says, it's okay, Ox. I knew it was his name and still thought it was a joke about how many times he said Danger Zone. Lamau. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's where my mind was going with that. Highway. Everyone is singing it out. Danger Zone. Yeah, everybody is getting into it. What a time for music, right? Concede says, are you going to do horror games again? Maybe. I toyed with playing Evil Within, and I started with the first one. I tinkered with it just to see if it was good for me. I don't think it's going to be good for me. Now, maybe the Evil Within 2 is better, but I got maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours into the Evil Within, And I was bored out of my mind. I'm sorry. I know that there are Evil Within fans in the chat, but the dialogue and the writing. I mean, look, this is what I don't like. This is what I don't like in a horror game. It's lazy, and you can do so much better. If you're going to make a horror game, it's not scary. I'm sorry, but it's not scary if you've got a main character and he's doing one thing, and then, oh no, the world goes upside down, and now he's suddenly doing a completely different thing. How did I get here? What's happening to me? 5 minutes later, moving from that one thing to a completely different thing. I must be going crazy. Is reality not real? It's just over and over and over again. It's not scary. It's disorienting. It's not interesting. I don't like it. I want a story. I want to start. I want to know where I am. And you have a few moments every now and then that are weird and surprising. And sure, I mean, I like spontaneity in a game and in a story. But if it takes 5 to 6 hours of me dedicating my time to playing a game before I get far enough into the story to be able to understand whether or not I'm going to enjoy it, then no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to put my time and effort into that game. And that's how I felt with The Evil Within. You've got this tutorial, and you start, and there's this big crash, and you race into an insane asylum, and you're doing one thing, you're trying to track down what happened here, and you find a dead corpse, but then suddenly the screen, literally nothing happens. The screen goes dark, and you appear in this weird sewer. And you've got this guy chasing you. You got to find your way out, and then somehow you get out, and then you leave the asylum, and you get in a car, and you drive somewhere else. And then the car crashes, and then you're in the woods, and then you find a mirror, and you can walk through the mirror, and the mirror takes you back to the asylum, and there's like this electric chair, and you're like, I'm like an hour and a half in this game, and I have no idea what the heck the story is about. I was so bored. Maybe I should have stuck with it. Maybe I should have stuck. Mega Glow says, love all your content, man. In regards to the ashtray, maybe take a page from the others and sell some jars of Ox's Tap That Ash samples. No, I'm not going to. Oh, I can see the videos now. Oxhorn exposed. His corruption knows no bounds. He's so greedy, he packages his cigar ash into little baggies and sells them on eBay. Oh, man. No, I'm not going to do that. Shoot. Yuck. Who would buy it? That is what would creep me out. Like, who would be the person who buys a bag of my cigar ash? No, thanks. Good idea, though. Thank you. Shark Sleep says, hey, Oxhorn, sorry if this has already been asked, but are you planning on doing a new California playthrough, also the Frontier, when it comes out? Maybe. Neither of them are high up on my priority list because there's just so much canonical Fallout content for me to get through. And many other games that I'm really interested in, like The Outer Worlds, for example, and Cyberpunk 2077, that are higher up on the priority list. Austin says, hey, Ox, I'm looking forward to the show. Nursing my hand after my 1911 blow-up. Well, I hope your hand's okay. Glad you're on the program today. Just stay away from Silent Hill. Yeah, I mean, I played Silent Hill back in the day. And I remember, I think I got halfway through it, and I was like, okay. It was atmospheric. Here's the thing. I love atmospheric horror games, but the atmosphere is not enough. Being scared and confused is one way to be, is one way to tell a horror story, but it's much more compelling and gritty, in my opinion, if you don't rely on disorientation and confusion to sell your horror story, right? Instead, just and the reason it happens so much in horror games is because it's easy. Disorientation and confusion and jump scares is easy. You can get people scared and say, hey, there's my horror game. It's harder to come up with a legitimately compelling, terrifying plot. And that's what I would like to play. maybe there are some good games out there. Someone said, any luck on Dead Space? No, I've officially retired Dead Space. I spent another 5 or so hours trying to get Dead Space to work on either of my two computers about a month ago, before I started the Sinking City, because I really wanted to do that next after Rage 2, and I just couldn't get it to work. And so I'm giving up, officially given up. No Dead Space. As much as I would love to play Dead Space, I cannot get it to work on Windows 10. So I gotta draw the line. No more Dead Space. Michael says, what are your thoughts on Fallout 5 being delayed or canceled? It seems to me they are financially motivated to keep the current model. I talked about that earlier on the program. There's absolutely no news that Fallout 5 has been delayed or canceled, so that's pure speculation and people coming up with stories. In terms of speculating about whether or not it's been delayed or canceled, Fallout 76 came out literally last year, right? Fallout 4 didn't come out until 2015. Fallout 3 came out in 2008, right? So we've got, 7 or 8 years to go before we can finally sit down and say, oh, well, Fallout 5 has exceeded their typical production schedule for a Fallout game. We know they're busy with Elder Scrolls. We know they're busy with Starfield. So they've kind of got their hands full with a lot of stuff. I would be really surprised to hear that they're also working on Fallout 5. I would be pleasantly surprised, but surprised nonetheless. I don't think them not working on Fallout 5 is any sign of doom for the Fallout franchise. I think this is the normal content production schedule for Bethesda. They've got, last year and the year before, well, really, 2015 and 2015 to 2018 was the year were the years of Fallout. I mean, they had Fallout Shelter just before that, then Fallout 4, then Creation Club, then Fallout 76. We had a ton of Fallout stuff. Now they're working on other stuff. You've got the Elder Scrolls guys who've kind of, Skyrim was a while ago. They really want their next Elder Scrolls game, and they want to start with new IPs. Understandable. So there's going to be a bit of a break. It doesn't mean that the Fallout franchise is dead. This is the natural cycle, I think, of game creation for Bethesda. So we'll just wait. All right, I need to get to the game. Couple more comments. Jay McKibe says, hey, Oxhorn, you might like Layers of Fear, even its second title. It's a psychological horror and has multiple phobias and a story. All right, I'll have to make a note of that. Layers of Fear. Austin says, I'm fine. It was just a squib load. Need a new barrel and a slide, though. Well, sorry to hear about that. I'm glad you're fine, though. Thank God it was just a squib. Okay, well, time for Bioshock. Let's get set up here. All right, I've got enough Scotch for now. Let's put that back over there. Got my Scotch here. Let's move there. Let's go on 4K stream here. There we go. Up, where that? There it is. Is that enough room? See, I'm going to get up here. Is that enough? I think that's enough room. Okay. Let's go. Oh, music is still playing. There we go. I got to be careful because the last time I played streamed Dishonored 2, I got demonetized because of all of the licensed music that they have in the game, and I need to figure out a way to get beyond that. Taco Man Yo Mama with a tip. Thank you, Taco Man Yo Mama. Active goal. Locate the train station. Okay, I'm trying to orient myself here. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. I think I just arrived in a brand new section, is what's going on here. That's right, Dionysus Park. use the gene bank. Make sure I have what I want. Okay, freezing drill. You freeze enemies for longer, and all drill attacks have a chance to freeze. I like that. Then there's Eve Saver. Plasmids use less Eve. I like that. And then shorten alarms. Reduces the duration of camera alarms. Let's go back. Let's put freezing drill back. Like, what do I want to get rid of? Armored shell. Handyman. Huh. That's pretty cool. Proud parent, your adopted little sisters gather slightly more Adam. I'll need that. Hacker's Delight too. You gain a little more health and Eve. Firestorm. You emit a burst of fire when struck by melee attacks. Also good. Reduces prices in vending. Good. You move slightly faster. Increases research bonuses, allowing you to progress faster at research. I hate research, so I probably won't do too much of that. Eve Link. And then shorten alarms. I don't need to worry about shorten alarms. Okay. So I've got there. Now let's talk about plasmids. And I have all of my plasmid slots equipped. So I do need to buy more slots because it looks like I'm at my limit for both the tonics and the slots. What just happened? I feel like I just missed something by looking at the ground there. Over in this corner. Locked. What the heck? Did you hear that? No. Oh, they're doing that on purpose. Whoops, probably shouldn't have drank that, didn't need it. Hello. Oh, weapon upgrade. 6666. I can't pull through here. Well. So I'm all stuck up on Eve. Okay, I gotta find a code. Okay, so we got a staircase going above us. Can't get there from here. And that's all blocked out. So we gotta go over there. Let's see what doors are open. Locked. Also locked. Oh, where'd you go? Where is this thing? I'm gonna hack this real quick.
Attention! Subject Delta has drained and infiltrated Dionysus Park. His death is our rebirth. The life of the People's Daughter is in your hands.
Okay.
Welcome to the Circus of Value, no reason.
So I'm at max money. That's where I'm supposed to go. So let's go that way because we'll probably have to come back.
Well, I'm in. Yep, yours truly is the newest member of the Rapture family. I fed Wales a line about how the Tribune was stopping me from telling the people what's what, and without a word, he hands me an invite to this artist retreat here at the park. Lamb bought my Frustrated Novelist Act. She's even sponsoring me to ink it while I'm here, except my story's all about her. And I don't think she's gonna like the way it ends.
Guardsman J. Bravo says, "Take my money. I sleep now." Enjoy your sleep. Thanks for coming, and thank you very much for the tip. Okay, so we're above.
Dear Yellow-Eye Gull, my name is Billy, and I saw you the other day at the merry-go-round. I think you are very pretty, and I like your blue dress and the songs you sing about angels. My mom says your dad is scary, but I think he is strong and nice like a comic book hero. I got you a gift and put it in the basement where nobody will find it. The secret code for the door is 1080. I hope you like it. I will wave to you next time I see you, so you know it's me.
$108.
I'm told that Lamb has been seen in the streets. One of the Alpha series was killed in the incident, and his bonded sister is stolen. But the Council has no time for a manhunt. Atlas swells the ranks of his marauders by the day. Regardless, Lamb's name is already faded among the people. She is no more than a ghost who has forgotten to die.
Someone is shouting at me. Present for the yellow-eyed girl. Oh, it's a little Rose. So that must be the Alpha series he was talking about. Shame we can't scavenge any useful tech from this guy. Alright, let's upgrade a weapon. Rivet gun, machine gun, spear gun, damage increase, yeah.
I got plenty. Let me tell you.
Okay, back up. Okay. Got my spear gun. I hear him. Uh-oh. What's that?
Will you look at this ball? We're gonna be rich!
Oh my, yes. If you enjoy slime and...
God damn! We were in the middle of something! Hello?
Can I?
No place for amateurs.
You just make me laugh. So clumsy.
There we go.
What? You want more?
Okay, there's the Vita chamber. We got some Eve there. Let's hack this sucker so no one else can get into it.
Right, it'll be okay. I love you.
Gotta change it up.
I love about the spear gun is you can get your spears back. Okay, let's hack this thing.
Bienvenido al amo Anito.
All right, now I can finally collect money. Oh, that's my extra. There, I can finally collect money. Okay, so nothing up there. What do we got over here? Another holotape?
Dionysus Park. Lamb mocks me in the naming of this place. She knows precisely how I feel about this celebration of unconscious art. The artist reflects the world as it ought to be, not as it is damned to be by some spasm of the lower mind. I shall not censor. The park is Lamb's property. However, if the case we are building against her proves true, I will return with a sledgehammer.
Oh, Andrew Ryan. What did he do? First aid kit. Man, am I not playing on hard enough settings or something? I feel like... Alright, let's change settings. Let's bump this up. Playing on hard.
No! Get back! She's my little girl!
What was that? Oh, it's a recording.
Well, the good news is I've located a new train car, but the station's still locked down and we're not alone in here. I see a shadow in the security booth. I'll lay low while you have a gander.
Okay, before we go that way...
Well, hello, boys. The name's Stan Poole, Rapture Tribune. Quality paper. Before the locals stopped reading and started finding other uses for it. Anyway, I'm looking to cut a deal, fellas. Come by the train station. I'm here in the booth.
Okay, so this was the guy we heard about earlier who found a way into Rapture. So was he just a journalist? Why was he trying to get into Rapture? What were his evil intents? Doggone it. I'm getting lazy. Doggone it. Oh well, I got 2 turrets out of it. Well, I didn't know that they would send 2 more. Okay, that was devastating. Holy cow. So at least I got 2 turrets out of it. Let's try again, because I actually need it this time. There we go. Oh, and there's a remote hack dart right in front of me. Okay, the promenade. Yeah. Okay, these turrets are getting in my way. Come on, guys. So we've got a ruined carousel. Marker's wanting me to go that way. There's a gene bank. We should update your drill. Yeah, I know I should. I don't use it quite as much as I use other things. So maybe I'll update it on that. Okay, so it wants me to go to the trains. Gene swap and a gene bank. Gatherer's garden. Okay, so before I buy anything, I need to buy a plasmid slot. And a tonic slot. Okay, Scout, move through. We got a bunch down here. Let's go down here. Hold on. Careful, hacker. The hacking needle moves slightly slower. I could probably use that, huh? Oh, look at all of this stuff. Holy cow. Okay, no. Hacking has fewer stages. That's cool. Health stations also refill your Eve. That would be cool. Walking Inferno. Security evasion. Medical expert. Headhunter. Your headshots do more damage. Easy hack. Hacking zones become a little larger. Hold on, let's see what I've got. I bought a plasmid slot, but I don't have a plasmid for that slot. So this was automatically filled in, so I've got one more, and that's Keen Observer. Health upgrade, Eve upgrade. Let's do Hacker. So I should probably get a few more slots. Gene tonic slot. Okay. Hacker's Delight. Oh, why can't I move that over? Is that already there? Hacker's Delight. Shorten Alarms. Keen Observer. Okay, so the only one I don't have room for is Shorten Alarms. And then I bought this slot, but I don't have an extra plasmid for it. But I'm sure I'll find it soon. Okay, quick save. I don't want to have to do that again.
Digging through the trash for scraps to eat. I'm just grateful Mother doesn't have to see me this way.
Partners. We were partners. Share like I said. But I heard your mind. You were thinking about taking it all for yourself. Why would you throw away our friendship? Don't just let her bleed. Say something. Right. Now what? Gotta stash myself. Hey, where'd you go? I'm trying.
I wonder why she went for me.
Dionysus Park was my home, Delta. An experiment in social unity, cut short by human folly. You dishonor its memory with every step.
Well, hate to dishonor.
Now that, see, Lamb knows you're here, but I'm incognito. Thing is, since you drained out the park, the little sisters are already starting to nose around, looking for Adam, and I can't have that.
there. Got some drowned people. Oh, another one. Hopefully they're splicers.
Hey, Sasha! Crack the safe already! I want my goddamn toys and prize!
Bello says, I stepped away briefly for almost an hour. I come back thinking I missed the rest of the chat, and boom, you're still chatting. Love it. Well, I'm glad you came back, Bello. Another weapon upgrade station. All right. Oh, solid slug. Okay, well, now what to upgrade? Probably should do my spear gun acceleration upgrade. A reinforced firing spring and retooled barrel to allow for much faster spear travel and decreased refire time. Oh, good, that's what I need. Spears will reach the targets much faster and pin enemies at longer distances. Might as well get this completely done. And then maybe I'll move on to drill.
Welcome to the circus of value.
That's all they had.
Welcome to the circus of value.
Okay.
What you want?
I love this thing. Got my spear back.
Take this, Father, and hurry. Mother can't hear this, but she's looking right at me. And her face.
What? Take what? How are you communicating with me? Oh, here we go. What's this? A launcher. Oh, and I already used that weapon upgrade station. What does it launch? Flies? Fireflies? Frag grenade. Yeah. Well, let's see if we can go buy more. Yeah.
The circus of value.
Oh, but only one. This is like the Fat Man launcher of Bioshock. It looks like.
The hounds! Non-released! Fire the lambs! Imbecile!
My point bonus!
Good night to you. I'm off to bed. Ta-ta! Be gone!
Well, that was painful. Ah! Run away! Hacking on the run is no fun. Okay, alarm's over. Tyler says, Ox, I'm a Patreon supporter to your channel. Hi, Ox. Hi there, Tyler. Thanks for joining us today. All right, looks like my turret pets are gone. Okay, so the quest marker sending us that way. What's this way? Transit schedule. Blocked off. Okay, I'm probably going to have to go back that way later. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's go this way. Anything hiding over here? Nope.
Okay, so dead men tell no tales, right? Wrong. See, with Adam involved, every stiff's got a story, and Lamb knows how to read it. If that stuff makes it back to her, I'm an obituary. So, I want you to take the story of Dionysus Park and bury it. Get rid of the little sisters for me. Your way. Do that, and I'll unlock the station here. Scout's honor.
Okay.
Well, I'd say he's hiding something, but he sort of took the fun out of that one. He's locked in the security booth, however, so we'll have to play along. Find those sisters.
Little sister. Got some money. Oh, Houdini Splicer. Houdini Splicer. Where did it go? Hello. Ooh. Triton. A Vita chamber. Gene swapping bank. Doggone it, I gotta stop this. Okay, well, there's a first aid kit there at least. Let's go for the easier targets. How about that?
Welcome to the circus of value. No refund, no return.
Dr. Lamb's trying to take the city by sponsoring the artsy types here. Big thinkers to speak out against Ryan in their work. And all of it is right here in the park galleries. Open to the public. Lamb ain't even charging for it. And then Rapture? That's just brazen. Like some kind of naturist camp where everybody wears pope hats. And nothing else. It won't be long before Ryan's cronies can move in. And I can finally stop holding my breath.
Okay, that leads to Triton. Leads to piano, the gallery, the carousel. Promenade. Lots of booze lying around.
Posturing? Clanky bastard! Oh!
Oh, and I'm all stocked up on remote hack darts. You know, so much for buying them. Okay, well, let's hack this health station so no one else can use it. Imago Gallery and a F. Fisher Gallery. Let's see what's over here first. Oh, where are you going, huh? Doggone big sister.
Awareness of self is no miracle, Eleanor. It is a trick of the gene, an endless inner refrain asking, what's in it for me? To serve the world, we must grow deaf to the self. Are you ready? Now, stop listening to my voice. Stop listening. Stop. Difficult, isn't it? Human verbal cues are defensive coloration, camouflage. Play this recording until you no longer hear the words. Then you may observe the people for who they are.
What kind of idiotic claptrap is that? Haven't even met her yet, and I despise her.
Darling, we need more of these for the show.
Okay, so first of all, we've got this to hack. Okay.
What the hell? I'm your pathetic. Someone
My home.
you got
All right, another gene bag. I only have 15 atom bombs. Here, Big Daddy. Relates to the trains. Fine art. Okay, I heard a Big Daddy, and that's what I've got to find. So let's see if we can track that down. Lamb's Garden.
All right, there's one. Clobber the big palooka and grab the sister.
Okay.
You get.
Get these gifts, Mr. B. Your sister doesn't like cocoa. Naughty! I'm all...
Smart. See? You put it to work, and all that atom ends up in you. But you're sort of a silent partner, so that's tops with me.
Okay, where's the closest corpse?
Still the Adam, Daddy? Over there. Adam, Daddy, right here.
Okay, here we go. Before we do that, I used all my rocket spears.
Adam, Daddy, here. Monkeys and sunshine mean angels. Adam and Papa.
no to
Oh, make you light his feathers again.
Take it all.
What is this? What do you want with her?
Are you taking me home too?
Ooh. Well, I used all my health packs for that one. Gee. Okay. Now, I went that way because that's where I was supposed to be. Where's the next corpse?
It's this way.
Oh man, I've only got 2 health packs left. Well, let's see. I could set some traps. Now, let's see. The shotgun didn't really do what I wanted it to do. Got some more trap rivets.
Dr. Lampshad's babies love music. It should be good for them.
And then we'll move to our harpoon gun. Okay, where is it? There it is. Spear or rocket spear? No, regular spear. Reload, and here we go.
Here's the angel.
You're stealing! I know it!
Let's fix your face, baby!
Where angels go, we will be here.
Running!
I want her more than you do! Step away! Great! Come on! Hang from me then! That's sure! Real cute!
Come on, you trash! That poor little girl! She's helpless! Stop running! Ridiculous! Ridiculous! Darling!
Almost done?
Are
And
we
she's
gonna
done.
be together again, Daddy?
That was ridiculous. I put all that time into setting up, and I didn't even need to.
You're a woman! A woman portfolio! Shit! I win! This can't be right!
Spear in the head. All right, let's see if I can get my spears back, and then we'll start by going up the other side.
She ain't
Ah!
going to your house!
Unzip him, Daddy!
Or you got special problems?
Okay, well, that was useful. Back you go.
Hidey hole is near, Daddy. Thank you.
Father, this atom you found contains memories from all the bodies here. Normally, only a little sister can see them, but I can show you what Stanley's trying to hide. When Mother was taken away, Stanley was left in charge of Dionysus Park. He spent all her money through these mad parties. It was like he was trying to ruin her.
You okay there? Keep your eye on the brass ring, brother. Find the rest of the sisters.
So, we can't trust this Stanley guy. Surprise there. Let's stock up. I'm not going to buy Eve. I seem to find Eve all over the place.
Subject Delta's just a serial number, amigo. I did a lot of digging on you for a feature once. They used to call you Johnny Topside. Found the city all on your own in a diving bell. Real shame what they did to you.
Interesting. I wonder who he is. Well, we can't loot that back, can we? Oh, and we can't go that way. Oh, no wonder. I thought it was a door, but it wasn't. So dead end. All right, we got to go back this way. Okay, I'm starting to get a little turned around here. That looks familiar. I haven't hacked this yet. Proximity mine. These are effectively used as landmines, staying primed and ready until unwitting victims walk too close. Ooh. These are expensive, man. Actually, I can use these.
McDonough, listen. There's a hell of a structural flaw here in Dionysus Park. A leak in the primary drainage pipeline could flood this whole joint. Faulty pressure locks would seal in every sorry soul. One clumsy Big Daddy knocks open the wrong pipe and, hey presto, Lamb's little art show turns into Fish City. God forbid the wrong element finds out.
Eve Expert. Sometimes you need a little extra in your pocket to get you through these troubled times. Stock up on Eve Hypos for the extended plasma use with Eve Expert. Okay, I don't have a slot for it. What do I want to get rid of? Store it for now. So a pipe, right? Okay, dead end. Dead end. Back to the carousel. Let's do that later. Cohen's collection of fine art. I think that's where we need to go. I've hacked that already, so I've been here. Okay, so this is where I came. Now I know that there's more back there that I didn't explore, but let's see if we can go find a Big Daddy this way first. Two trains. But what's up here? Piano bar.
You mistake my nature, Delta. I wish no Adam for myself. Eleanor is the dream, and she needs neither weapons nor parlor tricks.
Ethan says there's a recording on the merry-go-round. Oh, did I miss that? Ah!
Found her. Found Cindy by this rusted carousel. But she was just standing there, staring, waiting for the music. And she doesn't even recognize me. What have they done to her? Listen to her.
The man in the moon is a girl, Mr. Bubbles.
Listen, if anyone hears this, I have to know how to cure her. No! Get back! She's my little girl!
Attacked by a big sister. Okay, so this was the other way.
To rebuild this place, you gotta rebuild the population first.
This isn't a damn farmhouse.
Me!
Gene Bank was swapping. Ooh, is this one of the pipes they were talking about? Okay, I'm just gonna stop trying to hack that thing. For some reason, I'm not doing a very good job. Glad I saved my remote hack cards. Holy cow, this room is just crawling with bots. Looks like there's one more. Okay, I think I got them all. Running low on spears now. I'm thinking this may be where I'm going to have quite a battle. Let's see if we can find that big daddy. Why can't I hack it? Okay, well, I got most of them. Looks like I missed it. That's why I couldn't hack it. Is that hacked or not? I think it is. Quick save, everyone says. Okay, good idea. So, this must be where the battle will take place, which means the big daddy's in the next room.
Don't silly that.
There she is. Get her. I hope that bodyguard ain't one of your long losts.
Wow. Let's try that again. It seemed to be hostile right at the get-go. Can I reload the save? Or we'll just go right in. Where was it? I don't know where to go, so I'm just going to load the quick save. Okay, so let's get it with a couple of those missile. Rocket spears.
Really good. suppose I could use this. I might need it one day.
There she is. Get her. I hope that bodyguard ain't one of your long losts.
Got it. Okay. Nothing in that one. Yeah. A cat. It's Schrodinger's cat.
This one has Adam.
All right, I've only got one health pack though.
New face. I have a new goddamn face. Who'd have thought? Rapture. Paradise of the confidence man. I gotta keep revising the Atlas voice. I figure the accent gives me an excuse to lock myself in a room with a bottle and count the cash. War's on in full now, boy. And I've got a hell of a surprise for Andrew Ryan. Long time coming. And right about now, I expect the prodigal son is booking his flight.
Ah! So am I the same character? Alright, quick save. Let's try it.
Found it.
And you won't get it.
Be sorry when I find
This
you.
angel's lonely.
I'm do that.
Sometimes the rosies spill all over everywhere.
I'll let my machine gun turrets do as much as they can.
You get it.
Doing that.
I'm more. Where are the things? Come on.
Nobody hurts my daddy.
All done? No. There,
He's
it's done.
nicer than other daddies.
Whew. Okay, one down. I used all my spears for that. Just one? Hardy Machines. A hack, turret, or bot can be your greatest friend. Make that friendship last longer with the new Hardy Machines tonic from Ryan Industries. Oh, cool, but let's store that from now. Angel says Fontaine talks about your character from the first game. Remember the intro when you're on the plane and it crashes? Yeah, I do remember. But what I'm really wondering is if we're playing the same character. I kind of got that impression from listening to Stuart. Oh man, I haven't been hacking my proximity mines. Alright, let's hack this safe.
Daddy!
Oh my gosh, I'm just about dead, but you know what? I really want to see what's inside that safe. Let's try it again. For Pete's sake! I don't even know where I'm at, so let's load the quick save. Okay, I should be right here. I did a quick save in this room. Yeah.
Here's the angel.
Oh, was it before? It was before I did it, wasn't it? Yeah. That's okay, it wasn't that bad.
Angels remember Mommy. Who is that?
Be sorry when I find you.
Innocent. How could you?
Naughty. Trying to hide the Adam.
What are you so scared of? This can't be right. I can do this. I can fix this.
Daddy, you always save me from the monsters.
Angel says no Delta is Johnny Topsign. That was his name, and in the first game the character is Jack. I see. Thank you. Okay, let's try this again. This time, quick save after the battle. Just one in this safe. Let's try loading the last quick save I did. I need a new cigar. I'll reward myself with a new cigar after I successfully hack the safe.
Daddy's mad and you'll be sorry!
Got it. Oh, I can't believe I got it. All that for 2 things I can't even get. The auto hack dart and 3 proximity mines. Oh, well, I got something there. Tons of proximity mines in here. I should be using more proximity mines, it looks like. Ooh, where's my spear gun?
I need to face your betters. Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Proximity mine used. Now we can loot it again. Bingo. Now we can loot the other one. Oh, I guess not. They must have died to something else besides my proximity. Man, this is just a war zone.
Hey, you cut it out already! I'm not done talking to you!
Oh, that works. Oh, but they hurt me. Okay. Ooh, another proximity mine. So I need one more body. Then I finish with the Little Sisters. Can I pick it up? Nope. It's live. Oh, I was going to reward myself with a new cigar. Okay. Sovereign says, hey, Ox, just stopping by before bed to say you're awesome and we love ya. Love ya right back. Thank you so much for coming by. Whew. Okay, changing it to hard mode is definitely been an issue. All right, now, there's the next body, so I'm out of crap spears. But I can pick these up. I'm not worried about that. Okay, so trap rivets down. Let's do proximity mines. Why not? Oh no, that's gonna blow up my traps.
Here it is.
Okay, so now we got my spear gun. Okay, here we go.
What service the ladies? Oh dear, oh dear.
Listen to you.
Don't get in between us! I meant you! Come on! This one! Weak! This girl's tougher than you!
Daddy's giving you stores and parties. Daddy, I'm telling the other girls that I have the best daddy.
Okay, creepy girl. Well, yes. I got my proximity mine back. Good to go. All right, you go back.
That's me there. I confronted Stanley. Said I'd tell Mother what he had done. He panicked. Took me away and sold me to an orphanage. I tried to fight back. I remember biting his hand, but... Father, he's the reason I was turned into a little sister.
Well, well, we'll have to do something about that. Okay. Now, one more little sister, but I've never been down here before.
Now, you were just a deep-sea explorer with iron cojones, pal. The public gave it a nickname, but Ryan was sure you were a spook, so his people locked you up, erased your damn name. Goodbye, Johnny Topside. Hello, Subject Delta.
So I was Johnny Topside before all this happened. Uh-oh, turret. Hold on.
When all this is over and we're divvying up Rapture's bounty, you and I'll be holding court on a private island, son. Think of it. Each world power on bended knee, holding a bouquet made of money.
Well, that sounds nice.
The girls you've saved from Mother want to thank you. Check the Gatherer's Garden.
Okay. We're back the way I came, huh? But I want to finish exploring over here first. Bubbles says, hey Oxhorn, nice stream. Thank you, my friend. And I'm glad I did. Look at that. Drill specialist. Who needs guns when you've got a drill and nearly unlimited plasma power? But we'll store it for now. Grill fuel, and I'm all stocked up.
So, Ryan's goons are sweating me to prove this place is a closet commune. But I need time. Lamb's kid keeps staring me down like she knows that I'm a phony. I keep thinking of Johnny Topside, though. It took real guts to find Rapture like he did. It makes it easier not to crack if I sort of imagine that I'm him. It's a good thing I can't tell Lamb that, though. She'd probably say I got a secret need to fall into his arms and make a wild whoopee or something.
Wild whoopee! I need to buy more spear ammo. Oh, I gotta hack it. All right, quick save before this one. Ooh. Not so bad. I used all my solid slugs. That wasn't very effective, though, and this is expensive. Proximity mines were cool, though. I'll buy one more. And the trap rivets, I use those. Okay, now to find this last big daddy. Angel Jaramillo says, come on, people, donate. I'm the only one. Thank you.
Adam is Rapture Delta, the finest minds of paradise in a single sublime mosaic. Eleanor. Consider the genius you deny her with every stolen drop.
Thank you, but I'm just glad people are here watching. People can do what they want. They can do what they can.
Get saved, you filthy cur!
Horse shit! Hey! Help back, you whiny little piglet!
Dullard!
I know there's one more. Oh, maybe he went around back. She called me a dullard. What, is that way? That's back the way I came. Well, there were a few things I missed, so I suppose it's good I'm going back that way. The FBI says, glad you're enjoying one of our best video games. G.A.M.E.S. Hope to see you at Area 51 before the raid to help us evacuate some feral ghouls. Thank you, FBI. Glad you're monitoring. I always try to be good. Ethan H., would you kindly stream all night, Ox? No, but that reminds me. Oh, it's 9:38. Okay. I'm gonna have to call it here in a bit. Triton, I haven't been here yet. Look away for a moment. But I got it. Wow, that is one heavy-duty launcher. Nice. Well, I know where to come back to. Okay, so we've got...
Through Adam, Eleanor will become the daughter of the people, a true utopian, brilliant beyond measure, but utterly selfless. As she ascends, Delta, you and I will seem as dogs, circling and snarling amid the afterbirth.
Oh. Oh, and I'm all stocked up on proximity mines. Shouldn't have wasted my money on those. Alright, let's go to the lounge. Sure, why not?
You heartless brute! How dare you!
Here comes the
Bingo. Doggone Houdini splicers. Alright, let's turn this jukebox off if we can. Money. Lots of food. Whoa. Door control. Oh, staff only.
You must learn to play poker, Eleanor. Like anyone, I am flawed and have a fierce genetic bias towards competition. But each Saturday, I read the other players, and I pick a man who will benefit the most from victory. By the final hand, I ensure that he takes home my entire stake, and that of the others. I win nothing but the feeling of conquest over myself, and the wealth of my competitors is slowly reshuffled according to their need.
Is this where she kept her rings? Quick save. I don't want to deal with it. Let's load the quick save. New Vegas or bust says, what type of cigar, Ox? It's a La Aurora y Leon cigar. All right, let's try this again. Ah. So, dead end, but I'm glad we came down here. Now we go back and get that little sister.
Hello? Come out! Thank you for coming.
HHR says, thanks for streaming a game that's not Fortnite or NBA 2K. You're welcome. I stream what I like, and this is what I like right now. Okay, so these are the bathrooms. So they'll be dead ends. Hey! Electrical storm. Store in the green bank. Oh! Where on earth did he come from? He just appeared behind me. Okay, up we go.
There she is. Little Tyke wants to be in pictures. Real cute. Now get rid of the muscle and deal with her.
Oxhorn says Josh.
Maybe
Well, that's what I tried to do with all that food.
Faster, Mr. Bean. Don't make me
Got him. Okay, let's go up first. Where's the body?
Adam, Daddy. Let's get it.
Okay.
At last, we have our Judas. One of my own people has been feeding Ryan evidence of my activities. And now I am to be detained. As a religion, they merely monitored us. But as a commune, they would see us crucified. And yet, though he will be the last to see it, Andrew Ryan has already lost the people. Wherever I am sent, rapture will follow.
Okay, so let's set up some defenses.
Daddy.
Got one left. Uh-oh, it fell. All right, here we go. Wait, no, here we go.
See it glow?
You're gonna be sorry. Let's fix your face, baby.
That child, you monster! I'm not speaking to you.
Let me.
I don't think you
I'm on top, not you.
All done, Daddy. Daddy,
All right.
You always save me from monsters.
What's all that racket?
Get this cup. Amateur.
Spear's back.
Like the old days. Open politics in the scrapper. All that matters now is who's got the scratch. Hey, would you?
I'm hearing some sort of racket. You hear that? It's like machines moving or something. All right, down the other side.
Okay, down here. Okay? Yeah.
Maybe they're in the projection booth. Is that it?
The little sisters are getting older, which is troubling. As they reach adolescence, they become aggressive, feral. Worse, the Adam they ingest contains traces of lethal plasmids left over from the war. The splicers are becoming far more effective predators as well. Our big daddies are falling left and right. Perhaps the elder sisters could be trained to sniff out the lost Adam and reclaim it for us. Yes, from what I've seen, they certainly wouldn't have to wait for the culprit to die.
Angel says, off to bed. Have a good night. Ox, later, people. Good night. Thanks for coming. So does this mean that little sisters turn into big sisters? Big mamas, whatever they're called? I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. Ethan says you're almost done with the level locks. Keep going.
What?
Extended reel. Get to know your enemies a little better. With extended reel, you'll get more quality time with each research target. No thanks.
Come on! Now I gotta wait.
Around in my egg cell.
Okay, down to the stage.
Cure me!
Is that my next body? No, I can't do that one. Ooh, all that creaking and groaning is starting to get creepy.
Family is great. Sleep so deep. You'll sleep. You'll need to.
Some ungrateful parasite must be. Hello? Scotch. Sunshine. Is that too much to ask?
The genius of Sophia Lamb is a thing of empathy, of profound moral sense. I can only describe her as a kind of secular saint. But dividing her loyalty evenly across the world at large spreads it so thin as to be invisible to some. Love, I have found, is beneath her. Naturally, Ryan arrested her, gave her to Sinclair to incarcerate somewhere. But upon her escape, she took the city and changed my life forever.
This lifestyle is a disgrace.
My daddy, it's close.
There it is, okay. Oh, in the face! Oh. Alright, let's set up defenses really quickly here. Okay, here we go.
Here it is.
I have sent my boy out to give you a good thrashing.
It's just a little.
Little girl.
Hand me that child now.
Let me!
Daddy, I'm ready.
Alright, finally.
I'm telling the other girl that I have the best dad.
Joker Zip with a couple of tips. Thank you, Joker Zip. Can't pick that back up. Man, there's all sorts of noise going on in here. Alright, let's find a way to send her home. Was there a hole in the wall back here? Nope. Maybe up in the projection booth. Well, hopefully the whole place hasn't respawned. visor. Oh. There.
With me gone, Father, Stanley just let Mother's followers turn into animals. When word came that she was returning, he knew they would blame him. So he found a way to silence them all. And now he's trying to cover it up.
That's it. Now all that old dirt stays underground, and Lamb will be none the wiser. Hey, come on back. I've unlocked the train for you. But remember, if Lamb catches you, mum's the word.
Somebody who understands. You think I want
I'm not speaking to you.
Delta, our conflict of interest seems to be upsetting Eleanor. For her sake, I have made it clear to these men that you are not to suffer. I accept full responsibility for any anger you may experience before you die.
Right? Yeah, right. You still won't escape.
Doc Lamb's turning up the heat, Chief. Head on back to the train station. Let's hit the trail.
Oh no! He's gonna come at any minute.
Still is mine.
Almost! Finally, golly! Holy cow, man! Okay, let's follow the quest model. Darn, Houdini's splicer. Get him, get out of this room.
Subject Delta. I have known for years of Stanley's betrayal here, and had forgiven him. But in compromising Eleanor now, he seals his fate. You see, it was Stanley who turned you into Ryan. He is responsible for what you have become. The security booth is open now. You may have your revenge.
Sweet Jesus. Lamb knew? And she just let me hang myself out the... Oh, God. No. Come on, pal. The train's ready. Just let me live.
Bienvenido al
I want regular spear ammo. No? Ah. Hello.
So, Lamb broke out, and she's coming back. Wow. Okay, didn't see that coming, but okay. Oh, that is gonna be... Oh, what am I gonna do? And I've heard a lot of these people down here talking. Some of them I know saw the thing with Eleanor.
Mother's not lying this time, Father. He really did it. To both of us.
Alright, what do we do here? Oh, man. That was a high octane level. I'm getting conflicting directions from the chat. Kill, save, don't kill. Save him. I don't even know the ramifications of that choice. Okay.
This is it, Chief. End of the line. If I'm right, Eleanor's mama's using Adam to force all Rapture's minds and memories into the poor girl. Lamb reckons it'll make that child a saint. Now, Eleanor's in a deep, dark place beneath Fontaine headquarters, and to keep you alive, we need to sneak in and find her.
Okay. Well, with that, I'm going to have to end the broadcast. Thank you, everybody, for joining me for this week's Scotch and Smoke Rings. Special thanks to the mods, Brian and Ash and Plarby, for keeping the place free for everybody to have good conversations. And tune in tomorrow morning for my live stream of The Sinking City. Lots of great fun content for the weekend. A Fallout 2 video, definitely. Maybe a Fallout 76 video if I get the Fallout 2 video done in time. We'll see. At any rate, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Friday or Thursday evening. Get some good sleep, a hearty breakfast, and some good coffee in tomorrow, just in time for my broadcast. Again, thanks, have a good one, and I'll see you soon.